Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a pick a card reading for people who are in no contact right now. I know that no contact is very challenging for a lot of people, and we just want some clarity, want some answers, we want some healing. So today I'm offering, and I'm going to go in a little bit specifically according to your element. So I'm going to be doing water, earth, and fire, air, water, earth, air, and fire pick a card readings just to help people get a little bit more specific with their energy. And then also please keep in mind that time is fluid and this is a timeless reading. So what resonates now may resonate differently in a month or two. So please feel free to come back. It's how you're feeling in this present moment. Okay, so go ahead and focus on water signs. We got Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio water signs. And you're going to close your eyes and focus on which pile you want, 1, 2, or 3, and we're going to get into this reading. All right, pick a card. Water signs, group 1. So the question that we're asking today is, how are they feeling about you? Should you break no contact? And how can you get some healing, depending on the result of that, breaking or no breaking, no contact, okay? So first we have the 10 of Rods upright, okay? Thinking about, should we break no contact? Then we have the Fool card. All right, and then we have the 6 of Cups in reverse, and then we'll look at your Doreen Virtue card in, get that into frame here. We're going to look at your Doreen Virtue card and find out what angel, which oracle card is supporting you, which God is supporting you right now. So jumping right into this, you guys, starting with the 10 of Rods here, and we're thinking about, should we break no contact? And the 10 of Rods, you guys, that's a card of completion. That's a card of coming to the end of something. So if you're in no contact right now, it's kind of like, as I read these cards, I look at all of them. Even though I ask questions as I'm shuffling and I ask questions as I pull, I read it all as a collective because I feel like it's a collective energy. And so when I look at all 3 of these together, water sign group 1, we have you coming to the end of something here. You're gathering up all your thoughts. You're gathering up all your feelings and emotions. You're kind of ready to take action, right? So that's why you're questioning, should I break no contact, right? And what we have to remember here, the 10 of Rods is about a burden. This breaking no contact or being in no contact with your significant other, your twin flame, whoever this is, the person you're thinking about here, it is a burden to you right now, and it's heavy, and you need to lighten your load. So you're wondering, if I reach out, will this lighten my load? And then we have right next to that the Fool card. And as we know, the Fool card is about brand new, fresh beginnings. So it's possible that if you do reach out and you do break no contact, you're going to have a fresh beginning with this person, whether it be to continue or to, say this is it, we're not going to go any further. But either way you look at it, breaking no contact is going to kind of lighten that load for you. Okay, and then we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. Now, everyone, if you're familiar with tarot, when that 6 of Cups shows up in a reading, it usually means old love is coming back, right? More times than not, it signifies that. But it is reverse, okay? So it's kind of saying that there are some issues, and we see that you have these issues because you're holding on to them tightly, and they need to be resolved in some kind of a way. Either you're just going to be able to have to let them go, but what I'm going to say to you, group 1, is there is going to be some contact, because in order for you to go forward, you're going to need to get some closure on these issues. Now, whether or not you guys are going to continue it in your relationship, that's yet to be seen, but definitely breaking that no contact is going to help you with some closure and some healing that you may have to go through to get to whatever the next step in your journey is. But you're going to have to take that leap of faith and go forward and try to get get your courage up and reach out to that partner, because whatever those issues are, you're going to have to face them head on. You are no longer going to be able to sweep these issues under the rug like they don't really exist. They do exist, and you need to get it out, because you're not going to be able to move forward into the next part of your life, whether or not it's in this relationship with this person or not. Sometimes when people are in no contact, it doesn't serve them to reach back out to that person because of whatever was going on in the relationship before. This particular relationship, whoever picked group number 1, it's going to serve you well to reach back out, and your partner or ex-partner is going to be open to this talk. Like, it's going to be healing for both of you. Okay, and then so let's look and see which goddess card we have that's going to support you. Ooh, That's a great card to get. High Priestess. You know, if you watch any of my readings, you know I love the High Priestess, right? So this is Dana, however you want to pronounce it. And that's a High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Okay, so it's basically about your intuition. And you thinking about, you know, whatever your intuition is telling you to do, go for it. So if you want to break contact, water signs group 1, I say go for it. Don't be attached to the outcome, okay? You know, try to detach yourself emotionally. We're water signs, so I'm a water sign as well, but you got to try to detach yourself emotionally. But there's definitely going to be some healing that comes forth by you reaching out. All right, group 1, let's move on to group 2. All right, next we have group 2, water signs. Should you reach out? Should you break no contact? Group 2, water signs. Okay. Got group 2 here. So we want to know, should we break no contact? Should we reach out? What's going to help support us in moving forward? So first we have the Hierophant in reverse for group 2, water signs. Should you reach out, break no contact? Then we have the 7 of Swords, okay? What's going on in your mind? You are in your head about this a lot. Oh my goodness. Then we have more Swords energy. Okay, so group 2, y'all are in your head. You need to get out of your head. Then we're going to look at your goddess card in a minute here. But right off the bat, group 2, water sign, what I'm seeing here is this energy with these 2 Swords cards here. Okay, and I use 2 different decks because I feel like that brings forth more abundance with our focusing on our energy here. Gives us more of a holistic approach to healing. But I'm here. What I'm seeing, you have these 2 Swords cards. Swords energy, and sword energy is like you're just in your head about it. You're in your head about it. You're in your head about it, and it could possibly be that it's not quite as bad as you think it is, but you just can't break free of this your head just being so wrapped up in this, okay? And so then we have the Hierophant here. Now the Hierophant is generally a card that's about doing the right thing. You know, it's about tradition, it's about order, it's about rules. So possibly maybe this, if you're married to your significant other, or you guys are in a deep committed relationship or headed towards marriage, or something happened and you're in no contact, you know, there's been some kind of trust broken. Right? So maybe that's why you're all in your head about it. Like, why should I reach out if I don't trust this person? If they broke my trust, right? So group 2, I'm feeling that you guys are feeling this sense of deception. That's what the 7 of Swords is about. The 7 of Swords is this card of deception. Somebody got away with something and you're pissed off about it, right? And you're feeling like, you know, I won the battle by breaking contact. I won the battle by not breaking contact or by initiating no contact. So why the hell should I reach out? So I'm going to say with you, group 2, it may not be in your best interest to reach out right now because you already know what it is. This person broke your trust. They probably did it more than once, you know. With this 7 of Swords, I'm kind of seeing it's been kind of an ongoing thing, this lack of trust, this lack of, you know, just commitment to the relationship, right? They've been constantly trying to get away with this. And here you are, you're like, you've laid your burdens down. You're moving on. You've gathered up what you can from it and you're looking back. You know, and someone's feeling the loss of this, of you not reaching out, but it's what's best for you, okay? The 5s in tarot, or 5s in general, I hope you guys can see that. There's not too much of a glare there. Okay, but the 5 in general with numerology is about moving on. It's about conflict, okay? So, you know, you've made that decision, group 2, to move on from this situation. You made that decision to not contact your ex for a reason because you're just quite honestly tired of the bullshit. You're tired of someone hurting you and not facing the consequences of their actions. And so by you not contacting them, you're forcing them to face the consequences of their actions. They face the consequences of this deviant behavior. They face the consequences of not being truthful and following the structure in which you guys have outlined your relationship. Whatever your agreement was for the relationship, they broke that trust. And now you're like, you know what? I'm gathering up my little thoughts here. And, you know, you want to have ill intentions toward me. You want to behave unethically. Then you know what? I'm going to do me. I'm going to move forward and but you are looking back. See, this is a card of, you want to move forward, but you're kind of looking back at the situation. Hence why you're wondering if you should break no contact. And group 2, I'm just going to say right off the bat, I don't know if it's in your best interest to break no contact right now, because I don't know if this other party in the relationship has really learned their lesson. Like, they probably know that if you come back, they can still get away with this crap, right? And if that's what you want, you know, if you really want this person to understand where you stand and understand how you're feeling, understand that they fucked up, then it's not in your best interest right now to reach out. And if you do, you need to think calmly and really know what your deal breakers are. Like, have those boundaries up. This is a card about boundaries, and when it comes up in the context of relationships, they broke your trust. And if that is something that doesn't sit well with you, you need to think long and hard if this is even a person that you want to deal with. It may be time for you to completely move on. Okay, and then we have your oracle card that's supporting you. I always have a hard time saying this word, but there you go. Reciprocity. Okay? So in the context of this, it says allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and the ability to give to others. But in my mind, this reciprocity is, if you want this person to be honest, you want a relationship that's going to be based off of truth and structure and, you know, order and boundaries and love and just trust. And if someone is breaking your trust, it's going to be hard for you to receive in that relationship if you don't believe it. So if they're not giving you what you're giving them, then this is not the right time for this relationship. Not to say that it won't come back around later, but there's probably something better out there for you, group 2. I'm going to just quite honestly say that, because you need to allow yourself to receive. This person is taking, and you're just giving of yourself. So it's time for you to step back, do you, and eventually you can manifest somebody into your life where you can be in a receptive mode. But right now, you're just giving, and it's not serving you. How's that working for you, group 2? Please let me know in the comments below, guys, if these readings are resonating with you, okay? And I'm going to move on to group 3. All right, group number 3, let's get into your reading, water signs. We want to know, should we break no contact? What is going on with you guys, okay? Let's take a look here what we have, okay? So first, you guys, we have the Strength card. Okay, follow up right next to that, we have the Hermit card. All right, and then right next to that, we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so what we're seeing here, okay, and then we're going to look at your Drawing Virtue Oracle card right after that. Okay, so what I'm seeing here straight off the bat is I see a couple 8s. So 8s are good in numerology when we're thinking about numerology and tarot. Okay, the 8's about abundance. Okay, you have infinite supply of strength. Okay, and you took some time to go within. The Hermit card is about going within. It's about empowerment. It's about introspection. It's about blocking out the noise of the outside world. You see how he has that cloak pulled over his head? He's blocking things out, and he's focused internally to figure out what is going on. So whatever was happening in this relationship, it could have been that you guys had poor communication. There was some kind of a beast in the relationship, not necessarily your partner. It could be, but this is also some fire sign here. It could be a Leo. This is a Leo card. Leos are loud and boisterous and, look at me kind of energy, and it's all about them. So if that's something that you're dealing with and you have to break yourself away from that, it's like, no, I am a person in this relationship too. No, I have feelings in this relationship too. No, my issues are issues as well, right? That's what you were feeling. So you broke no contact, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do me. I'm going to figure out what is going on. How can I heal myself? Where's my strength going to come from? Where should my focus be? So you turned your focus away from this relationship and you've gone inward, and you're wondering about breaking no contact. This is what I'm going to say to you, group 3. You can break no contact. You have the strength and you've done the work to go within but it's going to be important for you not to be attached to an outcome, because this energy that you're dealing with here, this egotistical energy, that's not going to really serve you for all the work that you've done to move forward. We have this 9, these numbers that we're seeing here, the 9, these 2 8s. So I'm going to assume that you haven't had contact with this person in a while, and now you're just kind of feeling a little itch to reach back out. But it's going to be something that's going to help propel you further into your healing, not necessarily something that's going to put you back into the relationship. With this 8 of Wands here is about communication. So I'm going to say, yes, it may be a good time for you to break communication. They may break communication. They may reach out and break no contact and reach out to you. There's definitely going to be something coming in. You may get a text message, or you may feel compelled to send a text message. But you need to remember that you've done this spiritual work, and you can't let that beast of the relationship or that person to knock down the work that you've done, okay? Because you're strong. You're strong enough to kind of handle it. And if you do let this person back in, this card is also about those boundaries. You're strong enough to put those boundaries in place so that you can get what you need from this relationship, okay? And then lastly, we have your Doreen Virtue card. I'll let you guys see this a little bit closer here. This is Ma'at. She's about fairness and justice. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So if they pissed you off or they did something to you or something happened in a relationship that wasn't in for serving you and for your best interest, at the end there's going to be some kind of justice for you. It's going to be a fair way of dealing with this. So if you decide to continue in the relationship, you're going to be very clear about what you want and what you need. And if you don't decide to continue with the relationship, it's going to be in your best interest to move forward. So I hope that helps, group 3, and let me know in the comments section below, water signs, and I'd love to hear how this reading resonated with you. And thank you for joining me. Love and light.